Hi everybody, Eugene here with Darkroom Software. In this video, we are going to pick up from where we left off last time, where we created these mini movie posters. So if you haven't watched that video, go ahead and check it out. There are links to download the templates that we are going to continue working with. So let's go ahead and jump right in my computer and pick up from where we left off. Okay, so here we have our AI movie poster event. Let's go ahead and create a new event so we're not changing any of those settings. We're going to click Create New Event. We'll call it Monster Bash 2025. And so in this screen template we have our zombie, a witch, and a pilot. Well, which one of these is not like the other? We're going to go ahead and swap out that pilot for a vampire. So let's click Edit, and I have a graphic already created for my vampire. It's on my desktop under this folder. There we go. And really all we're doing is making it so we're updating those buttons so they know what they're clicking on. No other changes really need to be made to the screen template here. We will click Save As and give it a new name. So Monster Bash 2025. And it's going to ask to load the settings. We don't want to load those settings because we're overriding those. So we'll click Keep Current Settings. There's our vampire. So the next thing we're going to need to do is update our templates. And they're all going to be 4x6. So we'll go ahead and start with, it doesn't matter if we're using this one or not because we're going to essentially remove almost everything. So it is a going to be a 4x6 print. Now, if you wanted to keep the 6x8, you can. That's fine. But this is just an option if you don't have 6x8 media. So 4x6 vamp, and right-click on that photo object, and we're going to go to Fit and Fill the entire page, and we'll also want to update that AI prompt. And I've already typed up the prompt here. With the templates that I shared, you can go ahead and open the template and see what text was added for the prompt. So in this case we have cinematic photorealistic portrait of a pale vampire with an intense stare, wearing a black cape with red lining and the collar up. Okay. And then we're going to add a graphic. Okay, and then click Save As, and it should be 4x6 vamp. And save. And we're going to kind of do the same thing for these. We don't have to update the prompts, but we will want to update because it's no longer a movie poster. I'm going to change the 4x6. And then 4x6 witch. And then right click, Fill and Fit entire page, add artwork, browse, and then save as. So we're saving, we're not saving over the original, we're saving as a new file. Save. And then we got our zombie one that will update, essentially the same thing. So 4x6 delete that, and I forgot to change the size to 4x6. Fit and fill entire page, and then add artwork. I know in this situation I'm moving a little bit fast because we're doing the same thing over and over. Okay, and then save as, and save. And now we have our 3 different templates that we're going to use. So we'll go ahead and we'll just select the which one for right now. But what's really using these is the print alternate, so we'll want to update those. So first one should be which, second one should be zombie, and the third one should be the vampire. And specifically the order here, how did I know that is the order? It's just from memory, but if we go back to our screens, click on edit, the booth command is telling it where to look. So choose print alternate 1 and start, print alternate 2, and then this one is print alternate 3. So that's the reason why I chose it in that order. Okay, so we'll just want to go over to the text menu and update that text. So it's instead of saying mini poster, it just says print. And let's start up the booth and test it out. We'll test it out with the new vampire option. It'll take just a moment while it's processing that image. It's sending it up to their servers, updating, and then it should reply back with the image in just a moment. We'll go ahead and exit out of that session. And because it is still running in the background, that's why you might see a pause if you exit out right at that moment. And that's why I look as a vampire. Hopefully this has been helpful and you are able to use this type of workflow at your next Halloween party. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.